Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Rafaat. This is Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And I hope you did well on your TOEFL test yesterday. I apologize, I'm getting late to answering your questions, but let me know how you do. So you said you have 4 questions: reading, finding easily details to answer questions. This is difficult. Sounds like an easy question, but with, let's say, answering the reading questions, you have to be pretty good at, number one, identifying what the IBT reading question type is, and then 2, knowing where to find the answer in the reading passage. And then the third thing is, once you find the answer, you have to realize that the best answer will be a restatement of what you have read. It will not include exactly the same vocabulary or exactly the same grammar. So you should review in my reading section. The first few lessons talk about the IBT reading question types and how you can handle those types of things. Okay, number 2. Your second question is speaking and delivery and also language use. Okay, the main thing is, as you've been working in my online TOEFL course, you've been working a lot in the pronunciation area. That's my second section of my course. I think for the TOEFL, you want to make sure that you're speaking with the right pacing, the right pausing. You're not pausing too much. There's not too many awkward hesitations. You're using appropriate tone, and you have pretty good word stress. And as you know, you can study all those things specifically in the second section of my online TOEFL course. Okay, number 3, your third question involves listening so you can improve your note-taking. Because note-taking is important not just for the listening section, but it's very important for the integrated speaking and integrated writing sections. So with the listening, you're trying to identify what you think the main point of the lecture is, and then right after that you're trying to find out what important supporting points support that idea. So that's kind of what you're trying to do in that area. And I think in my online TOEFL course, make sure you check out listening lesson number 1. That will go over how you can improve your note-taking abilities. Number 4, your question is with the integrated essay, and you're talking about mentioning the main points in the lecture. Okay, so what you want to do here, Rafaat, is the writing, most likely, from what I can tell, with the integrated writing, it will be the reading passage will discuss an idea. It might be a theory, it might be some fact about something in the past, something along those lines. And then the lecture, it will have 3 specific criticisms or problems with that. So the reading will discuss 3 basic things, and the lecture will discuss problems with those 3 areas. So it will be what's called a point, counterpoint organization. Now, everybody thinks there's just one way to do this, and what they think is, and there's 2 ways to do this, but a lot of students, and it's a good strategy, is you organize your body paragraphs in terms of the first point mentioned in the reading, and then the counterpoint in the lecture to that point. Then you move on to the next point, the next reading point, and then the next counterpoint in the listening to that point. Then you have the final point in the reading, and then you have what's called the final counterpoint in the lecture to that idea. Now you can organize this either by chunking, which means you can put the point, counterpoint, reading, lecture, reading, lecture, reading, lecture. You can put all of this in the same paragraph, or you can separate it into different paragraphs. Probably because you're only dealing with 250 words here, it's probably better to put the information in the same paragraph. So you have an introduction, which sets up the topic. You talk about the reading and what the lecture, what the relationship is, and then you maybe have paragraph 2 where you have the 3 reading points and then the 3 lecture counterpoints, and then you have a conclusion. So that's going to give you 3 paragraphs if you follow that organization. So that's probably one of the best ways you can organize that integrated writing task. Alrighty? Anyway, so I've answered some of your questions. I hope you did well on the TOEFL test yesterday. And in this video, I've answered some questions that you had about reading, speaking, listening, and also writing.